Hi guys, let's get started today in a modified hero's pose. So you have the option to use a block here. Open your knees up to hip width. Bring your heels up slightly wider than the width of your hips, and then go ahead and slowly sink your bum back. So again, you have the option to use a prop underneath your seat if this feels uncomfortable. You're just getting a nice stretch to the tops of your feet here. Stack your shoulders over your hips. Bring your hands down onto your thighs. Go ahead and close down your eyes for a moment. And just taking time to transition into this space. Letting your body adjust as needed. So if you need a little bit of shifting here to get comfortable, go ahead and do so. And letting your body begin to get heavy here. Let everything begin to slow down. Letting your breath begin to quiet down. Begin to draw the breath in and out through your nose. Starting your Ujjayi breath here, yoga breath. Letting the air roll over the whisper muscles in the back of your throat. And from here, maybe the breath becomes audible, maybe not, that's okay. Just making sure that you keep your inhales just as long as your exhales. Let's take 3 breaths here together to unite ourselves. So wherever you are, go ahead and exhale all the air out of your body. Breathe in for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and hold. Breath out, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Begin to breathe in, fill up. Feel yourself sit up a little bit taller here. Pause at the top. As you exhale, breathe all of that stale air back out of your body. One more time through. Inhale for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and hold. Sip in a little bit more air here at the top. Exhale it out. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly start to blink open your eyes. Come back into the room. From here, slowly come on up to the tabletop position. Bring your wrists under your shoulders, stack your knees underneath your hips. Move through a few cat-cows for some mobility into your spine. So on your next inhale, drop your belly down. Pull your shoulders back, lift your chin. And then as you exhale, press into your palms, round through your upper back, draw your chin to your chest. So as you fill up, lift your tailbone, lengthen your belly, open your throat. And then as you exhale, tuck your tailbone, press into your palms and hollow out your armpits. Let's move through one more time. Breathe in, move into your cow. And then as you breathe out, round and arch, come into your cow. As you fill up, slowly come to a neutral spine. And then from here, as you empty out, pull under your toes. On your next inhale, hover your knees up off the mat. Take a deep breath here. And then from here, as you breathe out, dome through your back. Hollow out your armpits. Bring your chin to your chest. So you're finding your cat pose with your knees hovering here. Breathe in. Breathe out. Fill up. Empty it out. Last breath here. Last breath out. Keep the bend into your knees. Keep your heels lifted. As you fill up, slowly walk your hands back towards your toes. Stack your shoulders over your hips. Keep your heels lifted. And then from here, see if you can begin to float your hands up off the mat. Palms to face each other. Pull your shoulders down. Take a deep breath here. And then breathe everything back out. Now see if you can keep your heels lifted. On your next inhale, see if you can rise and come up to standing. Keep your heels lifted. Raise your arms up overhead. Maybe bring your palms to touch. If you want to challenge your balance a little bit more, option to close down your eyes here. Pull your navel in and begin to grip palms to your shins, draw your shoulders down. As you exhale, fold forward, plant your palms. On your next inhale, start to walk out into a high plank. As you do, begin to shift some of the weight into your hands. Pull your navel in, stack your shoulders over your hips. As you breathe in, hinge forward. Breath out, chaturanga. As you fill up, open up dog cobra, lift your chin. As you exhale, pull your navel in. Use that to help lift your hips back up to the sky. Come into your first downward facing dog. Go ahead and take a little bit of movement here. Pedal out your feet. Bending into one knee, straighten the other leg. Pressing your chest back as you do. Send your shoulders down your back. Wrap your triceps towards the back of your mat. Let's take one more breath here together. And deep breath out. Go ahead and still movement into your legs. On your next inhale, shift forward, high plank. And then from here, as you exhale, take a bend into your knees. Walk your feet forward so that your knees are stacked underneath your hips. Press into your palms as you breathe in, round through your upper back. Come into your cat spine. Inhale here. Exhale it out. Breathe in. Breathe out. One more here. Draw it in. Release it out. As you fill up, slowly walk your hands back towards your toes. And then as you exhale, stack your shoulders over your hips, pull your navel in, keep your heels lifted, reach your arms out in front of you. On your next inhale, see if you can rise and come on up. Reach your arms up high, pull your navel in. We'll find Iris pose from here. Take an inhale in. Grow a little bit taller here. And then as you exhale, hinging from your hips. Sweep your hands out behind you, palms to face each other. Begin to drop your belly down towards your thighs. How low can you go here as you keep your heels lifted? Inhale here. Exhale it out. Breathe in. Breathe out. One more here. Can you lift your heels up just a little bit higher? And then as you exhale, sink your heels down to the mat. Inhale, stand up, sweep up. As you exhale, light as a feather, hinge and fold forward. Breathe into your halfway lift, navel in, shoulders back. Exhale, put your palms down to the mat. Breathe and walk it out into your high plank. And then as you breathe out, shift forward, move through your chaturanga. Inhale to your up dog cobra, lengthen through your belly. As you exhale, lift your hips back up to the sky, downward facing dog. Inhale here. Exhale it out. Breathe in, draw forward your high plank. And then as you breathe out, take a bend into your knees. You might have to walk your feet forward a few more inches. Knees underneath your hips. Take an inhale here. And then as you exhale, dome through your upper back. Pull your navel all the way into your spine. Feel your core and your thighs light up here. One more breath in. Last breath up. As you fill up, walk your hands back towards your toes. And then as you exhale, lift, stack your shoulders over your hips, reach your arms out in front of you. Keep your heels lifted as you breathe in, reach up. Bring your palms to touch, keep your heels lifted. As you exhale, hinge from your hips, find your diver's pose. Drop your belly down towards your thighs, palms face each other. Take an inhale here. And then as you exhale, it's chair pose. Sink your heels down, bend your knees. Stick your seat out behind you. Broaden through your collarbones, pull your shoulders down. If your arms are overhead, spin your pinky fingers inward. Breathe here. Breathe out. One more like this. Last breath out. It's fine, awkward pose from here. So on your next inhale, keep the bend into your knees. Lift your heels up as high as you can. And then exhale, pull here. Breath in. Breath out. Inhale. Exhale it out. Last breath in. As you breathe out, sink your heels down. Inhale, rise up, grow tall. Exhale, open up and fold forward. Let the crown of your head be the last thing to fall forward. Inhale your halfway lift. As you exhale, fold forward, plant your hands. As you breathe in, walk it out into your high plank. And then as you breathe out, chaturanga. Inhale to your up dog cobra, gripping into your glutes. As you breathe out, lift your hips back high. Downward facing dog. As you fill up, shift forward into your high plank. And then as you exhale, bend your knees, walk your feet forward. Take a breath in. Breath out around through your upper back. One more here, draw it in. Release it out. As you fill up, walk your hands back. And then as you exhale, lift, stack your shoulders over your hips, reach your arms out in front of you. Breathe in, rise up, bring your palms to touch. Find your balance here as you exhale, diver's pose. Hinge from your hips, sweep your hands out behind you. Bring your belly to your thighs, draw it in. Release it out, sink your heels. Inhale, lift your chest. Exhale, sink your bum, Utkatasana. As you fill up, lift your heels up. And then as you exhale, sink your heels back down. From here, let's come into eagle pose. So keep your left knee bent, shift the weight to your left foot. On your next inhale, your right knee comes up. And then as you exhale, cross your right thigh over your left. Option to bring your toes down onto the mat like a little kickstand. You can also place a block underneath your right foot if bringing your foot down to the mat is a bit too much. Option for even more, wrap your right foot around your left calf. Now from here, bring your hands, clip your hips. You're more than welcome to take eagle arms, but trying to find this balance. Get your spine upright here, shoulders over hips. Pull your navel in, hug your hips in, and take your gaze out in front of you. Find something that isn't moving. We're going to try to lift our left heel. If you fall out of it, that's okay. You're going to see me get nice and wobbly too. Take a deep breath here. And then as you breathe out, you begin to lift your left heel up. Take one more inhale here. And then as you exhale, slowly sink your left heel back down. Inhale your right knee up. Exhale, your right foot comes down. Breathe in, reach high. Breath out, hinge, fold forward. Inhale your halfway lift. Exhale, fold, plant your palms. Inhale, walk it out, high plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Breathe in, up dog cobra. Breath out, lift your hips up. Downward facing dog. Inhale, draw forward, high plank. As you exhale, bend your knees. Walk your toes towards your hands. Take an inhale here. Exhale, round through your upper back. Draw it in. Release it out. As you fill up, walk your hands back. And then as you exhale, find your stack. Reach your arms out in front of you. Inhale, rise up. Bring your palms to touch. As you exhale, diver's pose. Hinge from your hips. Sweep your hands out behind you, belly to thighs. Draw it in. Release it out. Sink your heels. Inhale, lift your chest. Exhale, chair pose. Breathe and lift your heels up high. Breath out, sink your heels back down. We're going to come to eagle on the other side. Keep the bend in your right knee. Shift the weight to your right foot. Inhale your left knee up. And then as you exhale, cross your left thigh over your right. Same options on this side. So bring your left foot down or wrap it around your calf. Hands to heart center or clip your hips. Find your stack. Pull your navel in. Take your gaze out in front of you. And it's okay if you fall out. We all do. On your next inhale, see if you can lift your right heel up off the mat. Now one side's always going to be a little bit easier than the other. Let's take one more breath here. And as you exhale, go ahead and gently release your heel back down. Inhale your left knee back up. Exhale, bring your left foot down. Inhale, rise high. Exhale, open, sweep and fold forward. Breathe in your halfway lift, belly in, shoulders back. Breath out, fold. Plant your palms. Inhale, walk it out, high plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Breathe in, up dog cobra, heart shines through. Breath out, lift your hips up high. Downward facing dog. As you fill up, pull forward, high plank. And then as you exhale, bend your knees, walk your feet forward. Deep breath here. Breath out, round through your upper back. One more, fill up. Empty it out. As you breathe in, walk your hands back. And then as you breathe out, find your stack. Reach your arms out in front of you. Inhale, rise up. Bring your palms to touch. Keep your heels lifted. Exhale, diver's pose. Hinge from your hips. Sweep your hands out behind you. Breathe deeply here. Breath out, sink your heels. Inhale, lift your chest. Exhale, chair pose. Breathe in, come into awkward, lift your heels. Exhale, sink your heels back down. We'll come into eagle, lifting your right knee up. Shift the weight to your left foot. Inhale your right knee up. Exhale, find your cross. Stack your shoulders like you're sitting in a chair. See if you can lift the left heel up. Take an inhale here. And then as you exhale, go ahead and release it down. Bring your right foot over to the side of your mat. Begin to ground your right foot down. So just like before, if your foot can't reach it, go ahead and take a hold of a block. Begin to shift the weight to your right foot. See if you can lift your left heel up. And then slowly sink on down. Woo. Stack your shoulders over your hips. And hold here. Take a deep breath in. Deep breath out. Now from here, slowly bring your hands down to the mat. Walk your hands over to the left side of your mat. Walk it to the back, lift your hips up to the sky. Take a breath here, halfway lift. Breath out full, plant your palms. Inhale, take it back, plank. Exhale, chaturanga, move through your flow. Breathe here, up dog cobra. Breath out, lift your hips up high. Downward facing dog. Inhale, drop forward to your high plank. As you exhale, bend your knees, walk your feet forward. So knees are underneath your hips. Breathe deeply here. Breath out, hold out your armpits. Press yourself away from the mat. Bring your chin to your chest. Inhale here. Exhale it out. Breathe and walk your hands back. Breath out, stack your shoulders. Reach your arms out in front of you. Inhale, rise up, sweep your arms up. And then as you exhale, hinge from your hips, sweep your hands out behind you. Deep breath here. And then as you breathe out, sink your heels. Inhale, lift your chest. Exhale, Utkatasana. Breathe and lift your heels up, find your upward pose. Breath out, sink your heels down. We'll come into eagle on the other side. So shift your weight to your right foot. On your next inhale, lift your left knee up. And then as you exhale, press your left thigh over your right. Bring your left toes down onto the mat or onto a block. Hands come and clip your hips. From here, begin to shift the weight to your left foot. Lift your right heel up. One side might be a little bit easier than the other. Bend into your knees and see if you can come on down. Whew. Find your Drishti point out in front of you. Hold here for another breath. Inhale and exhale it out. Slowly bring your hands down to the mat. Walk it over to the right side. Take it towards the front edge of your mat. Lift your hips and fold forward. Breath in, halfway lift. Breath out, plant your palms, step it back, high plank. Inhale, shift forward. Exhale, chaturanga. Breathe here, up dog cobra. Breath out, lift your hips up high. Downward facing dog. Let's take 3 breaths here together. Inhale. Exhale it out. Breathe deeply. Breathe back out. One more here, fill up. And then as you exhale, gently release your knees down to the mat. From here, we're going to find hero's pose again. Take your feet out towards the sides of your mat. Begin to walk your hands back towards you. Option for a block underneath your seat. We're going to hold this time. So you want to make sure that you bring your knees close together to touch. If you're sinking down and your knees are lifting up, you've gone too far. If you want to go further from here, bring your hands underneath your shoulders. Spin your fingertips forward. On your next inhale, press into your palms. Open through your chest. Draw your shoulders down. Option to stay. If you want to go deeper, slowly bring one forearm down at a time. If you want to go even deeper from here, you need more sensation. Slowly release yourself all the way down onto the mat. And wherever you are, we'll hold here for 5 breaths together. Inhale. Exhale it out. Breathe deeply here. Breathe out. Draw it in. Release it out. Fill up. Empty out. Last breath in. Last From here, if you were down onto the mat, slowly make your way back up onto your forearms. If you're on your forearms, press into your palms, slowly make your way up onto long arms. From here, walk your hands forward, begin to shift your weight forward. And then when you're ready, go ahead and cross your ankles behind you, sit on back. Take your legs long out in front of you. If you need to, go ahead and give them a shake out, roll out your ankles. And then whenever you're ready to move on, option to keep your legs long and your heels rooted down. If you want a little bit more support, take a bend into your knees, bring your hands underneath your thighs, and lift up through your chest. Either position that you're in, scoop your belly up and in, take an inhale here. And then as you exhale, slowly lower yourself down onto the mat. Come down, bone by bone by bone. And then whenever you get all the way down, drop your arms down alongside of you, palms face down. And walk your heels back towards your bum. Your pointer fingers should be able to touch your heels. Your knees are pointing up towards the ceiling. We'll find bridge pose here together. Take an inhale here. And then as you exhale, begin to press your hips up towards the sky. You have the option to remain exactly as you are. You can place a prop underneath your seat, a block. Know that you have different settings here, so adjust as needed. Or if you want, you can roll one shoulder underneath you at a time. Reach your knuckles towards your heels, or reach your hands forward and grab a hold of your ankles. Continue to press your chest towards your chin. Keep your gaze up towards the ceiling to keep your neck safe. And keep your knees at center. Don't let them start to splay out towards the side walls. Take one more deep breath here. And then as you exhale, go and slowly release your hips back down. Keep the bend into your knees. Press your right thigh over your left. Begin to lift your feet up off the mat. So we'll find reclined cow face. Reach up, grab for the pinky toe side edge of your feet. And then begin to draw your heels towards your shoulders. So if you can't quite reach your feet, know that you can always reach up and grab a hold of your shins. You want to make sure that you're not drawing your heels towards your hips. This is too much sensation. Know that you can always come into a reclined pigeon here. Take your right ankle over your left thigh. 3 breaths here together. Inhale. Exhale it out. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. One more here. Fill up. And then empty it all back out. From here, go ahead and release the hold of your feet. Take your arms up to a T, palms face down. Bring your legs alongside of one another. So you're in your eagle pose this time. Now know if this is too much sensation, you can always just unwind your legs and release. We'll find a supine twist from here. Breathe in. And then as you breathe out, let your knees fall over to the left side. Keep your right shoulder blade rooted down. If you want more, take your gaze over your right fingertips. Let your breath begin to settle here. One more inhale. And last exhale out. As you fill up, slowly bring your legs back to center. And then as you exhale, go ahead and unwind your legs. We'll take it to the other side, left thigh on top of right. Reach up, grab for the pinky toe side edge of your feet. And then begin to draw your heels towards your shoulders. Same option on this side to come into your reclined pigeon if that feels better. Feel your shoulder blades begin to root down. And even though your arms are active here, let the rest of your body begin to release and relax. So letting go in your hips, relaxing through your neck and your jaw. Let's take one more breath here. And last breath out. From here, release your feet. Take your arms up to a T. Bring your legs alongside of one another like you're coming into your eagle. Same option to always unwind if this is too much on this side. Inhale here. And then as you exhale, go ahead and release your legs over to the right side this time. Shoulder blades stay rooted down. Gaze over your left fingertips for a little bit more. Last breath here. And last breath out. As you fill up, slowly bring your legs back to center. Go ahead and unwind your legs. Draw your knees into your chest. Curl yourself up into a tight little ball. Press your low back down. Take one more last deep breath in. And then as you exhale, release your legs long. Draw your arms down alongside of you. Flip your palms up towards the ceiling. Let your eyes begin to close down. And then just like we did at the beginning of practice, take a moment to transition into this space. Shifting as you need to get as comfortable as you can. And then when you're ready, commit to stillness. Let your body begin to drape heavy down onto your mat. Feeling fully supported here in your final rest. Allowing yourself to let go. From here, slowly invite movement back into your body. Let your fingers and toes begin to wiggle. Roll out your wrists, roll out your ankles. When you're ready to move on, bring your knees into your chest. And then roll on to the right side in the fetal position if you want to keep this sense of peace and calm. If you want to keep the physical active side open, go ahead and roll on to your left side. Seal off your practice. And breathing into the side of the body that is open towards the ceiling. Letting that be with you for the rest of today. From here, use as little energy as possible. Make your way up to a cross-legged seat. And when you get there, bring your hands to the heart center, draw your thumbs to your sternum. Take a deep breath in and inhale love. And exhale peace. From here, draw your thumbs to your third eye, that space in between your eyebrows, your eye of intuition and wisdom. As you fill up, open your heart up towards the sky. Take a little mini back bend. And then as you exhale, bow forward. And together we say, Namaste. Thank you, guys. I hope you have a lovely rest of your day and hope to see you soon.